Hey guys, welcome back to Big Head Central. Today we'll talk about who the next Tom Brady in the NFL might be. Let's head into it. Number 10. Leslie Frazier, defensive coordinator, Buffalo Bills. While Sean McDermott was largely attributed to the defensive success of the Bills, Frazier, the former head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, has a huge hand in orchestrating the scheme and calls for defense. Beloved in Buffalo, the continued rise of the Bills might launch Frazier into a well-deserved second chance opportunity. The last job for Frazier was calamitous, beginning with an interim gig. At one point, with Christian Ponder being center, the team reached the playoffs at 10-6. Number 9. Steve Spagnuolo, defensive coordinator, Kansas City Chiefs. At a head coaching gig, could Spagnuolo get another crack? As a defensive coordinator, he has won a pair of Super Bowls and has done a transformative job in multiple locations, most recently in New York with the Giants. He had an interim head coaching gig and is well liked around the league. His defensive style is an acquired taste, but his teams tend to hit the ground running when the correct pieces are aligned. Number 8. Robert Saleh, defensive coordinator, San Francisco 49ers. Saleh piled in a job that already seemed to be zeroed in on its intended goal. Number 7. Eric Bieniemy, offensive coordinator, Kansas City Chiefs. There is no doubt that the greatest snub of last year's cycle, Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator for the best football offense, has turned this year in the same role. He was the coach who had his hands on Patrick Mahomes' development, who was sitting at the altar of Andy Reid, sometimes calling plays. At the conclusion of the 2020 cycle, he interviewed the Panthers and Giants, among others. There is a belief that Bieniemy's candidacy will make a make or break year. Will the Super Bowl credentials of Andy Reid add more heft to his impressive resume? Number 6. Brian Daboll, offensive coordinator, Buffalo Bills. A year ago, Daboll was one of our top recommendations. As he interviewed the Browns, Daboll was served under both Bill Belichick and Nick Saban, and has experience as an offensive coordinator with receivers, tight ends, and the ongoing growth of Josh Allen, which cannot be separated from the offense Daboll is designing, is going to be his ticket. In 2019, Allen's percentage of bad throws decreased by 5 points, and his percentage of on-target throws is increasing. It will be shocking not only to see Daboll heavily in the mix if he takes another step forward and the Bills make the playoffs again. Number 5. Matt Eberflus, defensive coordinator, Indianapolis Colts. In coaching circles, Eberflus is a favorite and had a top 10 defense in 2018 that is poised to rebound in 2020. The Colts are gaining some talent-wise traction, which should enable Eberflus to finally enforce his grand vision. Eberflus, a favorite of MMQB alum Andy Benoit, one of the first of the Sean McVay train, has transformed a unit that upon its arrival did not have any key components of a great defense. Number 4. Nick Sirianni, offensive coordinator, Indianapolis Colts. Frank Reich's coaching tree will start to bear fruit soon. In a crowded, but not overwhelmingly talented, AFC South, Sirianni's relationship with Philip Rivers should help the Colts get off to a fast start. The pool of coaching candidates every year is heavily based on who won the previous season, and success in Indy would mean pillaging a highly regarded coaching staff. Number 3. Wink Martindale, defensive coordinator, Baltimore Ravens. Last year, Don Martindale interviewed for the Giants' vacancy and will again be a promising candidate in 2021. I'll make this point again below, but it's going to be integral to have minds like Martindale running a coaching room as offenses continue to evolve or revolve. The Ravens were not just Lamar Jackson's team back in 2019. In turnover percentage, Baltimore finished 5th, 3rd in points allowed, 4th in yards allowed, and 2nd in first downs allowed. There's only a better unit heading into this season. Number 2. Greg Roman, defensive coordinator, Baltimore Ravens. Last season, Roman was sought after, although not to the extent we might have expected. The offense created by Baltimore around Jackson was brilliant, and an instance of what Roman can do, as was his San Francisco stint. An interesting tidbit for teams looking to hire a coach and draft a quarterback in 2021. In interceptions thrown, Roman's teams have never finished worse than 5th. His teams were top 5 in points scored in 4 out of 7 seasons, and in all but 1 season. They were top 10 in giveaways. Owners who fear that they are hiring a coach, option style, may want to dig a little deeper. Number 1. Byron Leftwich, offensive coordinator, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Before they arrived in Tampa together in 2019, Bruce Arians was singing the praises of Leftwich. Leftwich now gets the chance to prove both his play calling abilities and his offensive design talent with a recognized commodity in Tom Brady after the organization made the prudent decision to move on from the erratic Jameis Winston. While all the credit outside of the industry will inevitably shift to the quarterback, Leftwich will keep an eye on those who are smart. What do you think about these 10 guesses? Which one of them will be the next Tom Brady in the NFL? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.